Hey there, and welcome back to Feminine Initiate. I'm your host, Jess West. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. If you're an online coach or creative and you aren't getting consistent sales and results in your business, and you're looking for that next perfect strategy to solve everything, this episode is for you. I recently released my newest offering for the online coach, which is the Trésor House Complete, and I built this in partnership with Devyn. We've combined mindset, coaching, community, and systems all in one place to help you build and scale your business without sacrificing your alignment. We host 3 live calls a month for our members, and last week was our very first call. And one of our members said something that is the inspiration behind this episode. See, Devyn and I have a strategy that we teach, which is the live conversion method, or the live launch method, because this is the business strategy that resonates the most with us and that we've used to generate 5-figure months. And this person said that he recently watched a short reel of a very well-known high-level coach in the industry claiming that the winning strategy is to run weekly sales events. And this person felt like that was a lot for him to do, but he was wondering if that's the way that he should go to make more consistent sales in his business. And I know that he's not the only one thinking this. He's not alone in thinking this way. In fact, I know that there are many coaches in this space who pivot from strategy to strategy, looking for the best way to build momentum in their business. And I know this because this was me too. When I first got into the online space, I remember registering for a ton of free events, trying to find the next best strategy for me in my business. And to be honest, at the time, I was transitioning from my product-based business to being fully online, and I wasn't exactly sure what I should be doing on the day-to-day to generate consistent sales in my online business. The online space was so foreign to me. I felt like I was throwing spaghetti at the wall for the longest time. I was trying so hard to find that thing that was going to make my business successful. And by the way, this is how I met Devyn. I hired him to be my sales and marketing coach. And in working with him, I was able to learn a strategy that resonates with me and grew my business. And in the process of doing this, I had experienced firsthand what so many of my prior mentors had been telling me, but that I never actually truly understood it as my absolute truth. And that is, success isn't a formula. Success is energetic alignment. Generating consistent sales in your business isn't solely dependent on strategy. It's a combination of mindfulness and strategy, a merging of our feminine and masculine energies, merging of our energetic presence with the protocols and the to-dos of business. So, how do you actually merge the two? This is what I'm going to share in today's episode. There are 3 steps, really, to merging these two worlds. First, understand that everything works. Every strategy works as long as your mind and your heart is in that strategy. How do we get our mind on a strategy? Well, we keep our eyes on our vision and we commit to the process. Understand that the results that you want may take time. The law of gestation applies to all things. And if you want to hear more about the law of gestation and how you can influence it to achieve your goals faster, tune into my episode last week. That's episode 170, titled Why Your Manifestation Isn't Here Yet and How to Speed It Up. But don't let that time bring you down. Keep your eyes on your vision. Take some time to romanticize your desired business. Spend time in your imagination, visualizing your successful business, visualizing new enrollments, visualizing the sales coming in, visualizing yourself coaching all of your clients. Are you in a group Zoom call or are you offering one-on-one coaching? What does that look like? Really create that vision and take the time to feel how you will feel having achieved your desires. Those results in your business. How would that feel? Can you feel yourself being there, running that group coaching call or running that one-on-one session? What would it feel like? Bring that good feeling, that energy into the present moment. See yourself using this strategy, whatever strategy you use. See yourself using that, mastering that, getting really good at that. Trust in yourself to build that strategy. Affirm to yourself that all strategies work, and this is the strategy I am choosing to master. Making the committed decision can really be that simple. It is really your decision. You just have to tweak your mind to be fully on board with this strategy, committed to the growth that you're going to experience in the process. And how do we get our heart on board with this strategy? Well, that's also so easy, probably the simplest thing, because when we tune into our hearts, we'll get the answer right away. And the answer is so simple. See, the heart doesn't get caught up with all of our limiting beliefs and the fears and the doubts and the second guessing itself. The heart will always give you your answer. You just have to be willing to listen to it. You just have to calm your mind and really tune in to your heart center. The strategy that is right for you will just feel right. It will feel exciting. It won't feel draining. For example, a big strategy in the online space is sending cold DMs. Though I don't feel like maybe that's not the most popular thing anymore, because I feel like people today are really looking for connection and resonance, and especially with the amount of bots that are online today, people are having a harder time trusting people. So I do feel like the cold DM strategy is kind of leaving, but it's been a really big one. And when I was looking for a strategy, I knew right away that sending cold DMs was not okay for me. So when I hired Devyn, he taught me the Facebook strategy, and I used that for some time and it worked well, but I quickly got bored of it. I'm not someone who really enjoys like messaging people and just texting through Messenger. I'm someone who really enjoys speaking. So that's why the voice memo, app is really good for me, but it's still not the same. So I started doing the live conversion method, and I totally fell in love with it. I love speaking in front of an audience. I love the live interactions. And I love seeing people's faces smiling and nodding along as I'm sharing, whether it's in person or on Zoom. So when I did my first live launch, I knew right away this was the strategy for me. This strategy emphasizes my natural gifts, which is public speaking, and it fills my heart with interaction. It allows me to continuously grow as a presenter and always improve my skills. And I love the uniqueness that each launch brings because there's always new attendees. And so I just knew this was my strategy. And you will just know that best strategy for you when you take the time to tune into your heart and notice how the thought of that strategy, how practicing that strategy shifts your energy. Does it feed your energy or does it take from it? And when you tune into that feeling, you'll know what strategy is meant for you. And so secondly, to continue to merge mindfulness with your strategy is to develop the right attitude. Do you acknowledge that you are the creator of your own personal reality? You are the definer of your experiences. What happens on the outside physical world is meaningless until your mind gives it meaning. Without your mind, everything just is. There's no big or small, there's no little or a lot, there's no good or bad, there's no qualifying factors. Everything just is. You and you alone hold the power to qualify your every life experience. Of course, though, I know that we've been programmed to view the world in a certain way due to our upbringing, different life circumstances, and societal norms. So it can be difficult to take back control of our attitude, but it is a necessary part of creating success in every area of our life. Because herein lies the power. Success doesn't mean anything without our definition. We define our success, nothing else. I'm sure you've heard this before. So I'm going to assume that we're in agreement here. And if we're in agreement, if you agree that we define our own success, we can also agree that we define our own sense of lack. There is no lack. Lack is a point of view. So let's take this back to our strategy here. Let's say you try out this new strategy for the first time, and maybe it is the live launch method that you're going to try out. You run your first event and you're so excited for it, but only 2 people show. One of them is a friend who's just there to support you, really. And the other one is someone you've never met before, so there is a potential new client. But after the event, you've completed the event and you've pitched your offering, this person completely ghosts you. Yeah, that can be disappointing for anyone to experience, but it's up to you if you want to view this event with disappointment, if you want to view it as a failed launch, as an indicator that you need a new strategy, that your offer isn't good enough, so you need to refine that offer. It's also your choice if you want to see it as an indicator that the market is too saturated and there's so many bigger players in the industry that no one would want to work with you anyway, so you might as well call it quits. But it's also up to you if you want to honor the excitement that you had prior to running your event. It's up to you if you want to celebrate yourself for following through. It's up to you if you want to acknowledge the practice that you got by running your first event. Acknowledge that you've become aware of the parts of your presentation that lights you up and the parts that could use some tweaking the next time around. It's up to you if you want to feel so much love and gratitude for your beautiful friend that took time out of her day to be there and support you. How lucky are you to experience that amount of love? And it's also up to you if you want to feel gratitude for this new person that entered your world and took time out of their day too to listen to what a stranger had to say. And even though they didn't take you up on your incredible offer this time around, that doesn't mean they never will. Maybe they just need some more nourishing. Maybe this isn't the right time for them. Maybe they're navigating their own challenges right now. Maybe you just don't know anything about them or their life to make any conclusion other than the conclusion that makes you feel good, because that is the only aspect of your life that you are in actual control of. And so why not reach for that positive thought, that thought that makes you feel good? Reach for that expansive attitude. The point with all of this is that your attitude is arguably the most important aspect of your business and your life. And when you have the right attitude, everything is a success. Everything is a growth opportunity, and everything is leading you to that next level of success. And lastly, a huge factor in merging mindfulness and strategy together in your business is having the right community and support. We are social beings. We thrive in community. But we want to make sure that we're in the right community that will nourish our path to where we want to go. Being surrounded by a community of like-minded entrepreneurs who are in similar stages as you are and who are applying similar or the same strategies as you are and who are achieving results is absolutely crucial in your journey. As I mentioned, we just had our first group call last week, and the feedback we received from members is that they feel more committed to a specific strategy when they have a community around them who are also doing that strategy, and a community that they can bounce ideas off of and get feedback from and, get back on track and directed towards their vision when they feel like they're starting to waver. Without that community, they feel like their momentum is slowly fading, and they feel more inclined to looking at that next best strategy that will bring their results sooner, Or at least it seems like that strategy will bring the results sooner, because every strategy really does take work. And I'm not saying that you might not use the strategy and get instant success for it, that one time you do a launch or the one time you try that strategy. Everything really is possible, but everything is subject to that law of gestation. But without having a community to have these discussions and conversations with, it's so easy to get swept up by the beautiful marketing of other content creators in the industry that display their results, the same results that we're after. By the way, if this is resonating with you and you don't yet have a community of support, I highly recommend that you find one. The right community is going to help fast track your results. We are accepting new members in our Trésor House Complete. Again, this is a combination of mindset, coaching, community, and systems so that you can scale your business with ease and experience the freedom you deserve. We have 3 group calls a month. If you'd like to learn more, you can go to our website, tresorhouse.ca, or simply follow the link in the show notes. So this last step is really just to find a community. Again, a community will fast track your results. Feeling supported, feeling like you can get feedback when you need the feedback, when you can share, and when you can share your hesitation, if you're starting to waver off of a strategy, a community will help ensure that you remain on track towards your vision. So these were the 3 steps, I'll say, that I've personally experienced as I was merging mindfulness and strategy within my business to create the success that I desire and continue to create the success that I desire. It's all about committing to the process, committing to a process, seeing yourself as the creator of your life, ensuring that you have the right attitude in your business and in life in general. It'll make everything so much more enjoyable, and surround yourself with the right community. Remember, success isn't a formula. Success is energetic alignment. When your mind, your strategy, and your heart are in harmony, you become unstoppable. And everything works when your mind is in it. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope this resonated, and if it did and you know of someone else who can benefit from this episode, then please share it with them. Have a fantastic week, and until next time, be empowered. Thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to hit subscribe so that you never miss an episode, and I'll see you next time.